class. How's everybody today? Mindy?
Great.
Donnie?
Yeah.
Nick?
Good.
Edward? Edward! I told you for the third time this week that their hats are not allowed in school and neither are cell phones.
Miss Kimberly! Hey! This isn't a hat!
You need to go into timeout, Edward.
Miss Kimberly, how am I supposed... How am I supposed to talk to my vampire friends?
Donnie and Nick, wow, thank you for taking off your hats and putting away your cell phones. I didn't even have to tell you to do that.
Very welcome. No problem, Miss Kimberly.
As a reward, you guys can go and play Nintendo for 10 minutes.
Here, Kimberly is negatively punishing Edward as a form of operant conditioning for wearing his hat and having a cell phone in class. She is negatively punishing him because she is taking him out of a favorable situation of being with his friends and by taking away his hat and cell phone. This sort of punishment was effective because it told the other members of the class to take off their hats and put away their cell phones. Donnie and Nick used observational learning because they saw that Edward was being punished, so they put away their hats and made sure to hide their cell phones so they wouldn't get punished in the same way. Being able to play the video games was a public reward, which told the other members of the class that if they followed directions without having to be told to do so, they would be rewarded for being a respectable student. The positive reinforcement was effective because it was public, and it will make them not wear their hats and put away their cell phones when they are in class.
Yo. Gotcha.
Here, while Donnie is playing the video game, he is using alternating attention because he's shifting his focus of attention by mentally moving between different cognitive requirements.
Now moving on, Mindy. So Mindy, moving on. Have you been practicing your math? Well, not exactly. Okay, Mindy, well, we should practice it together so you get better. Don't you agree? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Okay, Mindy, what is 2 plus 2? 4? That's right, Mindy. Good job, Mindy. Good job.
See?
That's really good. Okay, Mindy, what about 4 plus 3? Well, that would be, let's see, 7? Mindy, that's also right. Good job, Mindy. You're doing so well.
The cheese is being used as a positive reinforcement in operant conditioning because she is being rewarded with a treat when she answers a math problem correctly. The intrinsic cognitive load for these single-digit addition problems were ideal for Mindy as she was easily able to solve them in her head.
What about
Thank you.
10 plus 12? Oh man, it's just kind of hard. 202? No, Mindy, that's not right. So you have to add the numbers on the left and then the numbers on the right to get your answer. Do you know what I mean? So the answer should be 22. Do you understand that? Well, no, I don't really.
Currently, Mindy's zone of proximal development is single-digit addition and can't add double digits on her own. Even with a verbal explanation that gave Mindy a step-by-step instruction of how to get to the correct answer, Mindy was still puzzled. A verbal explanation was not enough.
Okay, well, I'm going to write this down for you so you can see. See, Mindy, I'm writing this, and you add up the numbers on the left and the right to get 22. You see that? Yeah, that makes sense. 10 plus 12 is 22. 10 plus 12 is 22. 10 plus 12 is 22. I got it!
Kim chose to minimize extraneous cognitive load by explaining the lesson to Mindy through different mediums, being visually and verbally. This was a form of scaffolding because she had to assist her visually to complete the problem since she couldn't do it on her own. With the help of a visual, Mindy was able to see how the numbers lined up in double-digit addition problem and understood how the answer was found. After Mindy realized how to complete the problem, she repeated the problem out loud so she could visually confirm in her mind how the answer was found, which is a type of deep encoding. Mindy's rehearsal of the problem-solving process moves this information from short-term to long-term memory. Additionally, Mindy is using focused attention so she is able to understand and focus on the written problem and comprehend the steps she had to use to solve it, even though Edward was in timeout right behind her. She wasn't distracted by his vampire antics.
Good job, Mindy. All right, class, moving on.